This video is an ad for the tasty Sensor Magic Smart Air Fryer. And right now it's $30 off with my link in the description. So people think that Adam Ragusea hates air fryers. Yeah, I don't use them that often, but I'm a family man. I'm feeding a lot of people, so I'm usually using the big oven. But if I were living on my own nowadays, I'd be cooking in this all the time. So let's pretend that Bachelor Adam from a parallel universe is all alone and in for the night. He's gonna cook himself steak frite, of course. Yes, I'm gonna make real fries from scratch without even approaching the stove. Get a baking type potato and I'm just barely gonna square off the sides. Now this potato is semi-regular in shape, semi-peeled, and it'll lay flat as I cut it. When making fries at home, it always pays to make them stubbier than you want them. These will be easier to handle than long, thin fries, and they will shrink a lot as they cook. Now, time out. We all live in the real world where we know that one of the main jobs of a box like this in a home like this is to reheat frozen food, and you can absolutely just do frozen French fries in the tasty oven. And honestly, it's great at it. It's got this incredible cooking algorithm in it to make sure that you get really, really crispy fries at the end. The app will alert you when it's time to shake the basket so they don't all stick together. Those are just some of the best frozen French fries you're ever gonna have. And that's pretty tough to beat. But if you want to make your fries from scratch, yeah, cut them from a potato a little bit thicker and stubbier than you normally want them. They'll just hold up better as you're cooking them at home. Now this next part helps with all fries in my opinion, but in particular fries that you make at home, and that is to parboil them for 5 or 10 minutes. The microwave is fine, whatever, just boil them until they're starting to soften, but they're not falling apart at all yet. Drain and dry thoroughly. You could season a bit if you want now, coat everything in a thin film of oil, and I'll grab the basket from my new Tasty Sensor Magic Smart Air Fryer. I definitely want to use the non-stick tray in there. There's very intuitive buttons on top here that give me complete manual control over the machine if I want it. 280 Fahrenheit, 140 C with the fan on full speed. Remember, what people call an air fryer is actually an advanced form of convection oven. And a convection oven is just a heater with a fan. Moving air is very powerful. What we're doing here is the blanching stage that is universal in good fry cookery, where you just kind of slowly cook the inside of the fry. After about 20 minutes, the fries are just starting to color, so it's time to stop, and this would be a good time to freeze them for later. For now, I'm gonna consider my steak, which is arguably not a steak. In my opinion, a machine like the Tasty really shines when it's cooking those cuts of meat that are kind of halfway between a steak and a roast. And that's a category of pieces of meat that includes a lot of my favorite things to cook. And the machine works best with meat that's straight out of the fridge, so here we are with a shoulder tender. This is a pound of meat for like $10 that is almost as tender as the incredibly expensive filet. The shoulder tender is the teres major muscle, which does a lot of work if you're a human being who is rowing. But if you're a quadruped who's just eating grass, it does almost nothing, so it's ridiculously tender. Dry it off, a lot of seasoning and a little oil is all we need, and there is a dual sensor thermometer built right into the Tasty fryer. This reads both the ambient temperature and the internal temperature. This time I'll use the grill grate insert just to get a nice dry heat under the steak. In we go with the drawer, and then you just plug the thermometer in over here. It's wired, so you don't have to worry about like replacing batteries in the probe. I think we can go full autopilot here, just cook it like a normal tenderloin, medium. The Tasty fryer does literally all the work, and I can monitor progress from the Tasty app, which also has tons of incredible beginner-friendly recipes, by the way. Apparently there's an engineer on the Tasty team who is an Adam Ragusea fan. Hi. And they've incorporated some of my ideas into the cooking algorithms that the Tasty uses to perfectly cook your meat. Like 20 minutes later, we're done. I'm just gonna keep this warm in foil while I finish my fries, which could be straight out of the freezer at this point. Get them in there, another light coating of oil and maybe seasoning, and now we go at a higher temperature until golden brown. 380 Fahrenheit, 190 C, probably another 20 minutes. Hey dog. When they're about done, I might throw my steak back in there just to reheat for like 30 seconds. The Lincoln Log presentation works particularly well with stubby fries. Slice up that $10 steak, perfectly uniform pink throughout, lean and tender. That's what you get from the Tasty Sensor Magic Smart Air Fryer. My accompaniments today will be softened butter, coarse salt, cilantro, and lime, but you do you, and I will do me. This is a meal for a king that I made with my little Tasty fryer and the microwave. Nice. I love how compact and lightweight it is. I love the cable organizer on the back. And it has a slow cook function so that you can kind of slow roast like maybe a 2-pound roast for a small family. Or I'm going to use it to effectively braise these scraps of short rib. Some flavors inspired by Mexican-American style carne asada, garlic, cumin, coriander, oregano, little lime juice, soy sauce, oil. The tasty probe goes in and I will simply activate the slow cooking function and cook until this meat is as soft as I want it. I could call that done, or I could throw these back uncovered just to sear the outside on max temperature, max fan. The Tasty Fryer packs 1700 watts and can seriously sear stuff. Beautiful. I'm gonna chop this up and use it as a filling for a quesadilla. Cheese, beef, cilantro. I definitely recommend starting these wrapped in foil. This traps steam and gets you a nicer melt on the cheese. And then if you want, you can put it back in unwrapped to crisp the outside with that incredible power of hot air that's really moving. There's some bachelor food right there. Yeah, if it was just me or just me and Lauren, I would be cooking in this thing 5 nights a week. And it's really affordable. Check out the Tasty Sensor Magic Smart Air Fryer with my link in the description. Let them know Ragusia sent you. Don't forget to save $30 with my link in the description. Thanks to Tasty for sponsoring this video and thereby supporting all of the content that you enjoy here on the Ragusia channel. Now go make something real nice for yourself.